Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I look forward to talking with you today. I want to do a follow-up to our message that I had yesterday on leaning into what you fear the most. But before I jump into that, let me give you the quote of the day from the Daily Mastermind mobile app. It's by Benjamin Franklin, and it's, "Wealth is not his that has it, but his that enjoys it." Let me read that one more time. Benjamin Franklin said, "Wealth is not his that has it, but his that enjoys it." I think this is a great one. I want you to put a little thought into, are you enjoying what you're doing, or are you constantly chasing it, like we talked about last week? So anyway, let's jump into the topic that we have this week, which is leaning into what you fear the most. And I gave you a story of an example of what I've learned and in a situation that I felt I learned from leaning into fear. And then we talked about what is it that you fear and why is fear even there. But today I want to talk to you about why you should start with fear, why you should start focusing on leaning into fear. You know, what can we really hope to gain from facing our fears, and how do we actually start crushing those fears? So here's just a few of the many reasons that I believe you need to face your fears. Number one, facing your fears is a gateway to results. You know, when you face your fears, you can give yourself valuable experience that you can use to grow, build, and learn strategies to execute at a higher level in the future. Remember that even failure carries with it knowledge that will improve your skills and help you to move forward. So fear is a great gateway to results. Also, you gain a ton of personal growth. The fastest way to grow is to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone. This will most certainly happen when you face your fears. You learn new ways to accomplish your goals, and you're forced to adapt to a new environment. And so personally growing is a way to really help you, and it's a great benefit of facing your fears. Increased fulfillment. Personal growth is obviously, the most important way to feel more fulfillment and passion in your life. When we're growing, we're more fulfilled. But this fulfillment is a great result. Truly living only happens when we're personally growing and when we're professionally growing. So facing your fears is an amazing way to add fulfillment in your life. Now, one of the things I really love about facing your fears is you can build confidence and belief. You know, as we face our fears, we build confidence, we have belief in our own abilities to handle any situation and to be able to handle uncertainty. And there's so much uncertainty in our life that having that confidence, because we face our fears, will give us that ability to face uncertainty. And the experience that comes from dealing with fear creates new beliefs in our life, and we can handle it's sort of more situations when we increase this belief. And that confidence will grow. Remember, confidence doesn't come before facing your fears. Confidence comes after facing your fears. It's a byproduct of facing your fears. Now, I can go on and on about positive results that come from facing your fears. I also know that there can be very difficult, emotional, and negative results from facing your fears. Things like rejection, failure, and setbacks can come when we face our fears. But remember this. Anything that you can learn from a situation, even in failure, can be turned into a positive if you'll just make the decision that'll help you grow and that you'll do better in the future. When you do that, there's really no failure when facing your fears. So let's shift gears for a minute, and I want to talk to you about how you can start crushing your fears. I want to talk about this because I've learned all kinds of ways to deal with fear and challenges and struggles in my life, and I wrote down a few ideas of empowering thoughts and techniques and disciplines that I've learned over the years, and here's just a few of them that I want to kind of share with you. The first one is, in order to crush your fears, just say yes and then figure it out. Most every 7-figure mentor that I know has adopted this idea of say yes and then figure it out. And, they'll take action and then they'll figure it out along the way. You don't need to know everything in order to take action and face your fears. Also, remember, good is good enough. Taking action on your dreams, your desires, your fears is good enough. Don't wait for all the confidence and the detail to tackle your fears. I told you before, Confidence comes after you push through your fears. Confidence doesn't come to help you push through your fears. You've got to level up when it comes to that. Another way is to focus your energy. When you're leaning into your fear, you've got to create some space to focus your time and energy and talent so that you can develop the skills needed to handle this challenge. Don't try to multitask or, dabble with your fears. Just jump in there, focus your energy, and create some space to be able to deal with it. Another thing is to surround yourself with positive people, successful people. Facing your fears can be scary, but you can build up your confidence and belief and abilities by surrounding yourself with others that have already faced similar fears. They can help you benefit because they have that belief transference, a positive influence, or even support along the way. So surround yourself with positive people. Another example is eliminate distractions. The best way to deal with your fears, like I said before, is to block out some time and then hit them head on. Don't allow distractions. These are things that give you easy way outs, or they keep you from focusing on what you want to do. They give you excuses from focusing on and pushing through your fears. So eliminate any distractions. And finally, do less, not more. The key to handling your fear is not to take everything all at once. You don't need to do it all. Just simply take the first step. Most times the answers, the details, the solutions, they're going to come along the way. The path to dealing with your fears will really reveal the solutions to you along the way. I've learned this because I've a lot of times wanted to have the answers, and then in hindsight, I realized that most of the answers came while I was working on my fears rather than before. Now, ultimately, there's no magic pill or easy way to get through facing your fears. You're the only one that's equipped to handle your own personal fears. You're the only one that can face them. But if you'll remember and adopt the idea that everything happens for a reason, and that reason is there to benefit you, then your perspective will help you to drive through and past your fears. Whether it's true or not that everything happens to you and for you for a reason, that thought simply will empower you to create an experience of growth, and that you'll learn regardless of the output, and that's going to keep you from the failure and disappointment that'll come from not adopting that mindset. Now, I want to give you a little warning here. I don't want you to let this happen. I had a thought that came to me, and it's pretty simple, but it's a serious word of caution. Sometimes we fail to recognize that our opportunity or our current situation already in our life is really what we fear the most. As a result, as entrepreneurs or investors or just human beings, we use new opportunities or new challenges as a way to not deal with our current fear we're having. Let me give you an example. There's so many times I've seen entrepreneurs or individuals constantly chase shiny new objects, right? New opportunities in order to find a way out of working hard and dealing with the struggles they currently have. You can't move from opportunity to opportunity thinking that you're outside your comfort zone or facing new challenges when really and honestly you're just avoiding the situations that you currently have that you need to deal with. So learn to face your fears regardless of where they're present in your life. The bottom line is this: leaning into your fear is a key, but I know you can do it. I know we all have greatness inside of us. I know that we're given challenges for a reason, and that reason is to grow and develop the best versions of ourselves. It's not a destination-driven objective. It's a path-based journey. We learn, we grow, we develop along the way for our entire lives. When you can fall in love with the process or the path, then you really, can get released from the need to have the end result. When you stop fixating on that end result, then you can start to really enjoy the process more. You're on a path that rewards the person that's willing to lean into their fears. It rewards them with prosperity, growth, happiness. But by avoiding your fears, you're left with disappointment, regret, and failure. I love the quote that you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. But I also believe you benefit 100% from the shots you do take, regardless of whether you score points, because you learn something from every shot. Wayne Dyer said that we look back on the tapestry of our lives, and when we do, we gain better perspective, and the meaning and purpose of all of our challenges become more clear. And it's my hope that when you look back on your life, that you leaned into your fear, that you took risks, that you embraced change, and that you learned to love the process of growth. I'm working on that every day, and I believe you can too. You can do it. You have the abilities to handle everything that's put in front of you if you'll simply put your mind, effort, and resolve to doing it. I really believe that the mind of man can conceive and believe it, it can achieve it. If you can just conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. So let's start creating your best life today. I hope you will go into this week crushing your fears, dropping out there and getting outside your comfort zone. I really look forward to hearing from you. Send me some feedback and let me know. Hit me up on or DM me at the Daily Mastermind on Instagram or Facebook, or just reply back to me and give me some thoughts on what I can do to help you push through your fears. That's what I'm here for. You're spending time with me because you're trying to empower and gain more inspiration, motivation, and education to help you bust through your fears. And I hope I'm helping you to do that. Once again, my name is George Wright III. I'm your host, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have an amazing day.